Yes, guys, welcome back to another game week. Game week 23 of Premier League predictions. Another midweek full of games. Another weekend. I'm losing track. There's too many games to deal with, but I'm loving it. Mate, what a performance Chelsea put in yesterday. Fully deserved win. If you haven't seen my match reaction, go and watch it. It's a banger. Probably the best one, just because of the absolute limbs when Jorginho slotted his penalty away. But yeah. On to this game week, and there's some big games. Obviously, the big one, Liverpool against Man City, where Liverpool have to win to have any chance of winning the title. Because, they'll be 13 points behind with Man City giving a game in hand. So that's a long way to claw back. I don't think they're capable of it this year. But, yeah, obviously Chelsea travel to Bramall Lane to take on Sheffield United in a game where we need to back up that amazing 3 points that we got last night. And, yeah, some more games like Aston Villa and Arsenal, all them good games and some games at the bottom. So let's crack on to it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And, yeah, let's get into it and see what me and my dad predict. Okay, so the first game of the match week, it comes at Villa Park, where it's Aston Villa taking on Arsenal. Both teams coming off poor results. Villa 3-1 losers to West Ham in a week, and they just weren't at their standards that they've set this season. And yeah, that was a poor result for them. But on the other end, Arsenal 1-0 up. David Luiz gets sent off. They go down to 9 men and ultimately lose 2-1. And yeah, that was a big result for Wolves, but get onto Wolves later and in the predictions. But yeah, for this game, I think it's going to be a tight, cagey game. Both teams really need the points to keep pushing up the table, and yeah, hoping to not slip away. And I think I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw for this one, cagey, tight game. Both teams can't afford to lose, so it'll be a tight 1-1 draw. My dad's gone with a 2-1 to Villa, so he's backing Dean Smith's boys to pick up 3 points, and they could easily. This is one of those games that could go either way. You're not sure on how it'll go, and there's a lot of these this weekend. But yeah, let's move on. Okay, so the next game comes at Turf Moor, where it's Burnley taking on Brighton, and Burnley, another poor result. Well, I know it's Man City, but they weren't great, were they? They only had like one shot, and then they had one shot against us. So 2 poor results for Sean Dyche's men. On the other hand, Brighton, fair play. What a performance they put in against Liverpool on Wednesday, and fully deserved the 3 points and got what they deserved ultimately. And that's not really what you've been saying with Brighton. Everyone praised them. They put in great performances, but they're not picking up points. And just recently, 2 really good results have lifted them, and that's the reason why I do believe they're going to win at Burnley. I'm going to go over 1-0 to Brighton on this one. My dad's gone 1-1, so yeah, I think Brighton are going to win this one, just because Burnley have been in a bit of 2 defeats they expect to lose, but you know what I mean, they haven't been performing that well in them games. But yeah, a chance for Sean Dyche's men, and they could take it, but I'm just going to go with a Brighton win 1-0. Let's move on. Okay, so the next game comes at St James's Park, where it's Newcastle United taking on Southampton, and both teams need the points. Newcastle, wow, what can we say about them? They've not been great, have they? Let's be honest. And yeah, they fell to another defeat. The hands of Crystal Palace, losing 2-1 in the week. And yeah, after going a goal up, you thought, could this be a vital 3 points for Newcastle? But it wasn't. They did not back up their excellent performance at Goodison. And yeah, not good for Newcastle. And yeah, Southampton, obviously, we know they got drummed 9-0. 9 men. And yeah, 10 men after 1 minute. And it just wasn't a good night for Ralph Hasenhutt's men, but I expect him to bounce back, and I expect him to win this game. I just got a feeling Danny Ings and Che Adams will show up, and the class will show. I'm going to go with 2-0 Southampton. Yeah, like I said, I think their attack's going to outweigh Newcastle, so they're going to get the 2-0 win, and a big win for Southampton, should we say. But yeah, Dad's gone 2-1 to Southampton. So he thinks Southampton will win. And yeah, both in agreement on that one. Let's move on. Okay, so the next game comes to Craven Cottage, where it's Fulham taking on West Ham. And Fulham are getting like really out of it. They're 7 points behind Brighton now. That's not good for Fulham at all. They need to start winning, and I can't see them winning. West Ham have been in such good form. I know they had a little blip against Liverpool, but they bounced back with an excellent win at Villa Park, winning 3-1. And yeah, I expect West Ham to win this one as well. I'm going to go with a 2-1 to West Ham, and Antonio's going to score, mark my words. But Yeah, my dad's gone with a 2-0 West Ham, but Fulham, they desperately need the points. And in the London derby, they could easily get some points here, but I just don't see it. West Ham are flying, and I expect them to pick up the 3 points. And it's a game where, this season, you expect them to win the game, ultimately, and I think they will. So, West Ham wins for both of us. Okay, so the last game of the Saturday games comes at Old Trafford, where it's Man United taking on Everton, and interesting game. Everton are good away. Man United are good at home. Good away. Well, Man United are just good, aren't they? Really good win, obviously, like I said, 9-0 against Southampton. And Everton, just being Everton, to be honest with you, I'll lose one, win one. Good win against Leeds in the week. And, I think they'll get a point here. Putting that one out there. Not many people will tip Everton to get anything, but I expect them to get a point, and well-deserved 2-2 draw in this one for me. My dad's gone 2-1 to Man United, so he's backing United to pick up another 3 points. But I think draw. I think Everton are really good away, and this one will show, and they'll get a well-deserved point. Like I said, let's move on. Okay, so next game comes at White Hart Lane, or the new White Hart Lane, or whatever you want to call it. And Mourinho has to get the 3 points here, let's be real. Tottenham in an awful form. Another loss against Chelsea, of course. But they're taking on Sam Allardyce's West Brom, who need the points as well. They're forming a gap between, and it's not good for them. Another poor defeat against Sheffield United, especially going 1-0 up. They just lost. That's not good for West Brom, is it at all? And I don't think they'll get anything this one. I just think Tottenham are just going to do it, to be honest with you. They're going to scrape past West Brom, and it's going to be a 1-0 win for Tottenham and Jose Mourinho's men. My dad's gone 1-0 as well. But interestingly, there's always a lot of goals in West Brom games, to be honest with you. So we could see goals, but I don't expect it. I think Mourinho's men will scrape a 1-0 win, and that'll be enough for them. But let's see what happens. Both gone 1-0. Okay, so the next game comes at Molineux, where it's Wolverhampton Wanderers taking on Leicester City, and big game for Wolves this one, after really, not a deserved win, but just a confidence booster, getting that win against Arsenal. After going one behind, they bounced back to win 2-1, and Arsenal really gave them the game, but Wolves need to kick on now. They've got their first win like that win that eluded them, and they got it. And with Leicester, they're inconsistent without Vardy. A loss against Leeds, but they won a really good game against Fulham in the week. So interesting, hard one to call. I think I'm going to go draw. I'm going to sit on the fence on this one. I'm going to go over 1-1 draw. But if I was to pick a team, it would be Leicester, and that's what my dad's done. He's picked Leicester. He's gone 2-0 Leicester, so he expects Leicester to win. But I just think it's going to be a tight 1-1 draw, and that'd be good for Chelsea. Come on, the Wolves. Okay, so the big one of the weekend comes at Anfield, where it's the 4:30 kickoff on the Sunday. It's Liverpool taking on Man City, and like I said in the intro, Liverpool have to win this game. If they've got any ambition of retaining the title, they've got to win this game, and I don't think they will. Straight out there, Man City will win this one. Man City are just looking at another class. They're leagues above at the moment. Their defence is so solid. Another clean sheet in a week to add to the however many they've got already. 14, is it, or something remarkable like that? And Liverpool leaking goals, but ultimately not scoring goals at home. And I expect this run to continue. I'm going 2-0 Man City. I just think it'd be not comfortable, but it'd be a nice stroll around for Man City, and they'll get the 3 points. My dad's gone 3-1 Man City, so expects goals, but Liverpool to score, which I don't expect at all, because they just don't score and they're lacking real creativity. I'm not sure if Mane's back. That could make a big difference, but especially in the home games, they're just not scoring goals. I know away they've been banging, but obviously at home, and that probably helps Man City's chances, to be honest with you. But I expect Man City to win this one 2-0, and comfortable night for Pep's team. Let's move on to the last 2 games of the game week. Well, the penultimate game of the game week comes at Bramall Lane, where it's Sheffield United taking on Chelsea. 3 games for Thomas Tuchel, 3 clean sheets. Let's make that 4 clean sheets. I'm expecting not an easy game, but a game where we need to win. We just have to keep winning at this stage. We've lost too many games, and Tuchel's come in 7 points from 9. Not the worst at all, is it? Let's be real. 7 out of 9's all right. You would have probably taken it before. And the 3 at the back's working wonders with 3 clean sheets, and we're scoring goals, but We just need to be a little bit more clinical in that final product, and hopefully that'll come and we can properly push up the table. These are the games you've got to win, and I do expect us to win this one. I'm going with a 2-0 Chelsea. And yeah, another clean sheet, 4 in a row, and hopefully we can just be a bit better in the final third and yeah, get the 3 points and get out of there. My dad's gone 2-0 as well, he's gone banker, and yeah, 3 points for both of us. For Chelsea would be lovely on the Sunday evening game. There's one Monday game, let's get into it. Okay, so the Monday game comes at Ellen Road, where it's Leeds United taking on Crystal Palace, and both teams need the points. Palace, 2 really good results in a row, and if they can make it another one, they could be pushing up the table, because they were slumping a bit after some awful performances, especially that one when they lost 7-0 to Liverpool. But yeah, that was a poor result for them. But Leeds, on the other hand, so inconsistent. You don't know what you're going to get. 1 minute, really good away performance at Leicester, fully deserved 3 points, and then they rock up at home and they just crumble to an Everton team. And yeah, inconsistent both teams of these are. So not sure on this one. I'm going to go with a draw, I think. 1-1 draw. Both teams to cancel each other out. There's goals in this game, but yeah, there's not been many goals at home for Leeds, which is quite interesting. They get a lot more higher scoring games away. So yeah, I'm going 1-1. My dad's gone with an away win. He's back in Palace to make it 9 out of 9, and that'll be a big thing for Roy Hodgson's team. That'll just keep them pushing out and making sure they'll survive, but I'm sure they will survive. But yeah, that's been the predictions. So yeah, that wraps up this week's predictions. Let me know in the comments what you think all the predictions will be, all that, who your team's playing, what the score will be, all that good stuff. And yeah, some interesting games. I'm looking forward to another sofa weekend. Lots of football, you got to love it, in ya. And yeah, let's hope Chelsea can bring home the 3 points. And yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, that's been Game Week 23 Premier League predictions. I'll see you for the match reaction for Sheffield United on Sunday night. Come on, you Blue Boys, don't let us down.